Welcome back to live stream. Good afternoon. All right, let me get the speed set up once again. See, I was making a copy of yesterday's price action, so that's why looking a little different here. Just give me a moment. I'll get everything situated. All right, there we go. All right, so I can see during lunchtime, this was the macro period, so we ran past this OTE, so it no longer was an issue, even though the first time it did send price lower, even though it broke through, even broke through this one that sent price lower before. We're now at the area where we had that bearish breaker from earlier. And again, we didn't want to just take a blind entry, but if something set up that shows that price wants to go short, then we will. But outside of that, we won't. I can see the New York high has been swept right at the 1300 opening. So right at the afternoon start, we went and took out New York's high. So that's good. Let me delete that. We are closing out the macro now. So maybe that was the objective of this macro. And we also have our protected high on the 5-minute. So we'll see if we get a closure above that. Or if price just built up to it and then kind of create a turtle soup, and then we'll see lower prices coming. All right, I threw up this trend line just before as price was over in this range just to see if it was going to break the trend and trade lower. It did not. We saw price break out of it. So let me just get rid of this since it has no relevancy anymore. All right, let's see what's above. Well, I guess before that, let's first check in on our regular trading hour and see how we're doing on that gap. All right. $83.5, nearly 88% retracement. Okay, we'll go back to electronic trading hours. Yeah, this does look like, however, the conclusion of a market maker buy model. Let's go ahead and greet everyone. Okay, we got Richard and Shlur. JR, Queen is back, Laughter, Niceversity. All right, so we got our usual group here. %50% of yesterday's candle. All right, appreciate that, Queen. WC, what's going on? Okay, Laughter, you saying you caught the short and the long? Is that what you're saying? Last one. All right, let's take a peek over and let's look at the other indices and let's just make sure we're aligned with where things are moving since we're away for an hour. All right, we see if we start on the far left with the dollar, we can see now we had 4 consecutive hours of bearish candles, nearly to the low that we saw the push up at 8:30 when news was announced. News was pretty poor actually for the dollar, especially where GDP is concerned. And so the fact that it shot up after the news was announced already gave us the indication that once it reached a particular PD array it was looking for, that we were going to see a sell off. Now, 10 o'clock news did bring in some positive information about new home sales and that kind of thing, but I would assume that GDP has a larger impact on the trading with the dollar, has a larger impact than new home sales. But now that we see the dollar is now inside of a bullish fair value gap, we do need to be aware of that and see that if we got a sweep of the low, or right now we've already gotten consequent encroachment of the wick here, maybe that might be enough for now. We can see a rally for the rest of the day or sometime this afternoon. All right, so I'm just looking at the 50% mark. Yep, so the last 2 hours have really taken out 50% of the wick. In fact, we've even done 75% of the wick. So let's see if it wants to take this low at 105.509. So I'm going to put a marker there so we can come back and check on it later to see if it did in fact take that level. Okay, if we slide over, we've seen both the Dow and S&P build out of bullish fair value gaps into a bearish one. They peaked a wick above. However, they did not, neither one closed above, traded back into the range. And so that's going on this hour. We see them trading back into the range. So we want to see if they go bullish and are able to trade above, or if they are not bullish and stay inside of this range for the hour. So we'll keep checking to see that. But we do potentially have a bullish fair value gap forming, depending on where this hourly candle closes. So we will need to pay attention to that and see where it closes. But we have the same thing also on Nasdaq, except we don't have the bearish fair value gap here. It's above us. Well, we're kind of inside of it now, but it's just in a different location than our previous two. Let's see what's this. All right, so this is the 8 o'clock high. So that was the New York high that we just saw taken. We do have at 5 a.m. there was a high that hasn't been taken yet, and that's at 17,525. So not too far from where we are, also not too far from the previous swing high that we just created. So we'll continue to monitor those levels, but I would say we have more bearish obstacles than we have bullish support. So let's be careful as we look for opportunities this afternoon, especially also since we had some really nice setups this morning. So hopefully everyone was able to at least catch one or two winning trades. Right at the New York high. Yep. Exactly, Queen. It's been very predictable today so far, and that's why I just said be careful this afternoon, because we have had really good price action this morning, and I'm sure a lot of people were able to pick up some wins, or at least one. And so you don't want to give that back. All right, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program here. Wait a minute. Did I miss this? Oops. Okay, this yellow area, for anyone not familiar, it's a new day opening gap. So we are fighting our daily candle to see if we have a bullish or bearish body at this moment. Right. Mozambique. All right. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you, Noel. Yes, you can catch me for the New York AM and PM session. Just hit the subscribe button and you'll get a notification every morning that lets you know that we've gone live and that you should join the stream. Handle biter right on the edge of this breaker here, so I haven't deleted it yet. Let's see, Robin. I'll look at it for you. All right, Robin. Well, the way price is falling now, I hope you took it. Right, looks like the edge of the breaker gave about 23 points there. Yeah, good eye, Robin. You saw it. You got it. And you saw it in the area that you wanted to see it. So it was inside of a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So that's when you'd been looking for a bearish breaker, not a bullish breaker, and you found something. Go down to the 2 minute. I'll show what people are seeing or what they should have seen. So this was a 5 minute this morning. Right. So here you had a high that broke down to the low of this candle. And then you had 8:30 news event. It shot price up, sweeping this high. And then it traded lower, closing below. And this was at between 8:20 and 8:30. But then, so Queen's talking about something now. See the 12:30 candle. All right, so that's here. Right, so you have this leg here, break higher, sweeping this high, creating a new high, also sweeping this high from 10:30 this morning. Right, you had a retracement, traded into a fair value gap here and bought out of it. So this is what we're going to be waiting for it to trade below and close below. This is also a protected low at this level. So if it breaks below and closes, now you're flipping back bearish from bullish price action, or I'm sorry, from bullish sentiment right now with market structure. So you'd be flipping back bearish. So this would make an ideal spot to do that. Now, what you would want to see is during a trade down, you want to see some sort of impulse. So you want to see a larger candle. So then once it gets below and closes below, you have a fair value gap here for the unicorn. But so we'll mark this as a 2 minute and we'll see if it works out. $487, $464. Yeah, 23 points. Yep. It's protected low is the same thing as like a strong low. It's just market structure on the 5 minute. That's where market structure break would occur. I'm just tracking market structure. I don't know how you guys track it on your own, but you should be tracking market structure so you know when it breaks and when it might be going the other way. Mm, okay. Yeah, that's true. The news. Yeah, adversity. It's just when you're watching market structure and it's doing these kind of patterns, right? So all these levels here become this becomes a protected low, and once this high is made above this high, then this becomes a protected low. It retraces, and then it makes a new high. So now this is the protected low. Got a retracement, made a new high. Now this is a protected low. So then if you get a move like this, now we have a market structure shift and now we're bearish versus being bullish. So you would look for this setup here to here down. And your last swing before it broke down, this is your breaker right here. So it's a high, low, higher high, lower low. Retrace back, sell. So that's how you have to start viewing market structure and how and where price is going. So you can try to see if you can get into the move and identify it prior to it happening. Because there's nothing like seeing the move 10 seconds too late. Yeah, good call, Rob. Absolutely. No, not necessarily. It would, yes, it would, because if we take out the 1300 high, which is here, the new lunch high, if we take that out, right, close above, because we have to close above, that's what would do the shift. Then this protected low would go from here and it would shift up to here. So in that case, yes, it would make for an easier market structure shift. And so there goes our 2 minute breaker. It delivered 23 points, but that was as much as it could do. Well, let's see where it closes because this could just be a wick. Then again, remember it was on the 2 minute, so we need to review it on the 2 minute. Yes, we are going with an uptrend. That's true. And you're saying how to get going with the trend if one decided to. Uh, J stores, that's exactly what happens a lot of times. You see it, somehow you talk yourself out of it, and then you see it run away, and then you're having FOMO, and either you take a bad entry or you're beating yourself up for it. Robin, no, this would, ooh, wait a minute. It could become a bullish breaker because you'll shift and it'll become this low, high, low, higher, high. But let me, let me go back to what Nas was asking. Like right now, we are going up. You're saying how to get going on that trend, how to get going on a bullish trend. Well, the best option is to catch the bullish trend coming off of bearish activity. So you catch it at the bottom and you actually catch the run and you catch the low hanging fruit, right? Taking out this high, sweeping these three highs up here, as opposed to once all that's done and it's already up here. And now you're trying to continue it and say, well, I think it's going to go even further, right? The probability that it continues to go weakens and lessens by every point that it goes higher. So you really do want to catch it off of a bearish swing there. All right, so this 2-minute has been invalidated, so we'll get rid of that. Right, and that's the thing about when you look at the lower time frames, 1 minute, 2 minute, and especially going against market structure or against the trend, like we've been trending upwards and going lower. You do want to make sure that your targets are, like I say, localized. You want to make sure they're close to where you're entering. Take 20, 30 points, and that's going to be the max. Finding ultra, ha ha ha, very funny. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you did. I mean, there are people here who actually do want to learn, so we are being serious here, regardless of how you're taking it. We are being serious here. All right, I'll get rid of lunch high since that's now been taken. Six. All right, Queen TP3 is coming. Check the regular trading hours again. All right, we just completed the regular trading hour gap. Completely closed in now. Okay, the regular trading hour gap and consequent encroachment of the fair value gap are at the same place, so we're there. Let me just mark this up really quickly. Here to here. Yeah, sure, Lori. It may take some time for that to happen because the area that it traded out of was a weekly order block coming from January. So it was a bit responsive to that once it traded into it on, I guess that was Friday. And then it opened up Monday and it just traded out of it. So to take out Monday's low, at first probably needs to hit on a higher time frame, like on the daily or the weekly, it needs to hit a PD array that then sends price lower once again. So it'll probably sit there for a bit. That might be the low of the week, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Or 77. Okay, so right around the 8:30 open. All right, let me get back up to the 5-minute. Should have switched back sooner. All right, we got a new high here above the consequent encroachment. We're gonna have the macro coming up in just a few moments. I'll switch back down to a lower time frame. But I'm scouting now to see if we are also on a buy model for the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Because if that is the case, then it'll help us out as we trade this afternoon and into tomorrow. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Yep. Yep. Hey, let's make that shift. I forgot to shift. Move down to the 1 minute. Okay, no need to move anymore. All right, so we'll leave it where it is. Protected low just above the midnight high, or midnight open, I mean. That's an inverted fair value gap. No, Malad, that's it's a bearish fair value gap. It never inverted. I don't know what you mean by invert. Unless you're carrying over the 4-hour fair value gap from Tuesday, which was invalidated on Wednesday. Yeah, we have 24 people who hit the thumbs up, JR. 24. See if we get more. Hmm. Oops. Sorry. That's what I need, the 5 minute. It's 796. Yeah, it's probably on the hour. Yeah, if we close above this fair value gap at 600, then there's not a lot in the way as far as completing the buy model and getting back up to the tops of late Tuesday, early Wednesday. No boundaries. Are you in a trade right now? Don't be greedy. That's the only advice I can give you, Wei Yun. Don't be greedy. Wei Yun, where did you enter? What number did you enter on? Entered at 450. You entered at 450 and you're in now at 580 and you're not sure what. Oh man, you've already grabbed 100 points. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll go back down to 500, but it could. But remember, the protected low right now on the 5 minutes down at 463. Right, so it can come anywhere in here and then resume going bullish without any problem and no price structure break or anything. Right now, so you're talking about 463 and we're at 567. So you're talking about there's 100 points of wiggle room where it doesn't have to shift market structure and it can trade back into. In fact, when it left this area, either this high or this high, there was no return back and trade into that level to then balance it to continue. So it can trade back to these levels now to balance that price, and you're going to have to endure that drawdown. Well, you're in profit, but you're going to have to watch that profit temporarily disappear. So it's up to you how you want to trade this. But yeah, you have to manage it. Right. And if you're not really sure about trading and you're already up 100 and something points, consider yourself lucky and fortunate. And you may want to consider taking at least take some profits so you know what you got. Are you in with more than one contract? You ain't lying. Yeah. Oh, fire contract. Okay, got it. All right. So you're well over 100 points in profit. Put some in your pocket and maybe leave one or two and see if you can run all the way to the top. Yeah, take what you do. What you want to do is you want to get some profit and then you want to put your stop loss for the other two either somewhere in profit up here or at least somewhere around the protected low just in case, because if it hits the protected low, then we're going down. So it's going to take you out at 450 and turn you negative. So at least here, this is where the trade's invalidated. So you at least want to go break even or put your stop loss at the protected low. And then you want to take some profit on some of those contracts. All right, we're in the 2 o'clock hour now for any silver bullet traders. I just want to take a peek at the 5 minute and see if we got a proper pullback. Not quite, but we're almost there. All right, proper pullback is here. So my pockets. 1325. Oh, it's 1320, Robin. 1320, 5-minute candle. It's the low here. So you have a low with a higher low to the right and a higher low to the left. So this is your swing. And so it's placed right here. Okay, JR, good job. All right, so now we want to see if we get a closure above. Because if we do get a closure above, then we're going to have to take this protected low and slide it. Oh, okay, I see you, Robin. Yep, yeah, Robin, you're right. That's the protected low. Uh, I don't know, Darren. Nothing's been confirmed yet, so I wouldn't pull the plug on it for my own trade. But yeah, if you see something that you've seen in your back testing sessions, then by all means go for it. AMIA, it's just market structure. So as you're doing market structure, that's where market structure gets broken and goes the opposite direction. I think I discussed that in detail at the end of the morning session, if I'm not mistaken, or at the very first few minutes of this session. Oh yeah, we did that this session. Nosversity asked for it. Yeah, we've covered that. Yeah, just go back to like the first 15 minutes of today, and you'll see me making a drawing like this in the bottom of the screen. I'm doing this. That's where I explained it. All right, so silver bullet people, here's a fair value gap already and already traded to and already delivered 20 points. Silver bullet's over. Well, it's not over, but the first silver bullet example has already been delivered. This would have been your entry. Oh, that's too much on a one-to-one. We would have had to go here. Go. Entry would have been 1-to-1. So that 20 points. Go down to 1 minute, and it was all delivered during the macro. Entry at 202. For anyone who likes a larger return and looking for a 1 to 2, and we'll see if that delivers. That'd be 40 points. Okay, macro is over. Okay, so I gave 27 points so far. We'll see how far it goes. I think it's probably safe to target this high here at 580. $600 more to go to pass. Yep, J Stores, keep it up. Don't change your style. Don't get greedy. I've taken plenty of trades today already. In fact, I've met my goal, so I don't need to take any more. I do have a set daily profit. Think about trading it. Finding ultra, that's for me. I mean, that's my set profit. You find your own and work with that. In fact, you're asking me questions about trading, and now you want to know what's my profit goal. I don't get it. I'm sharing quite a bit. I'm telling you everything I see in the market. I'm telling you when I see entries. I'm telling you all of those things. I'm telling you how to measure a TP. Sharing is caring, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of it. see. All right, there it is, everyone. I did think that we would at least get to that level, so it's there. So anyone who was in that silver bullet from this fair value gap here, it at least gave 27 points. Not sure what target you're looking for. I know ICT always says look for 20. It's already given 27. And anytime, Rob, just let me know what you need. Khaled, what's going on? Can you move up? Yep. It's okay. We'll just going forward. We'll just ignore them. It's fine. uh, that was amazing. Exactly. Back to the money. Who's that? Who asked? Gospel trader. I think there are some people who do train who change the way they trade when they have their funded account as opposed to a demo account or something else. And sometimes it depends on the rules of the funded company, whether they have the the trailing drawdown rule or that kind of thing. So that might change things, but um, all right, there we go, guys. We should be good going forward. But yeah, outside of that, I think most people trade the same. There is a psychology shift though when you know the money is real as opposed to demo account. So that's probably the only change that people make is just that shift of risk-free trading and then actually a risk being put on your trading. And if you lose, then either you lose your funded account or you have to pay again or whatever, or you lose some profit that you already had earned, but yet you hadn't withdrawn yet, that kind of thing. Exactly. Oh, how many micros? Oh, sorry, Vivian. My bad. Yeah, Armando jumped in. It's 10. I see. I see, TJ. No, I appreciate you all jumping in and saying something. I need to be quicker at just quieting the noise and just cutting them out, turning off their feed so they don't even have a microphone to speak to. Yep. Still haven't gotten a close above, so there's no shift from the protected low being down here and shifting it up. We'll leave it where it is. Um, it can be. It can be. And this is for Siho. It can be a continuation of Wednesday. It just depends. Like, not every week does the low or the high form on Tuesday or Wednesday. Sometimes it forms on Thursday. So it just depends. But I will say I haven't looked at the daily profiles enough to know that Thursday follows Wednesday. Yeah, you guys did say that. You said one of these days you're gonna get popular enough to where the trolls are gonna come in and basically just entertain themselves. Guess it's the gift and the curse. And I also that lets you know that we got something good going on here because they're trying to break that up. It does follow Wednesday and Friday follows Thursday. Okay, there it is. Queen provided the answer. Thank you, Big Frank. Hmm. Ooh, thought feeder. I do not know. Hopefully somebody else in the room can help. Okay, we had a 5 minute fair value gap here. Let's see if that holds price. We get another push up. But remember, we did not get a close above this area. Hey, Gorkum, I'm doing good. I'm good. Yeah, that yesterday 405 candle, that thing was crazy. Shalor, no, there's not been a market structure shift. The protected low is down here on the 5 minute at 17,463. So until price trades below, there is no market structure shift. If price closes above 17,580, then we have a confirmed continuation. And not that price will then run to some new high, but at least the protected low will shift up, will shift higher. Yep. Let me make this blue so it's easier for everyone. All right. So our price leg is in between the two blue lines. That's our price leg. And you need a closure on the other side of either one to either market structure shift the opposite direction or confirm the continuation. Gorkum, I use Notion. Hmm. 495. Okay. Oh, that's true. Yep. Right where the low is, probably have a 50% level you can take. Mm-hmm. Completely disrespected this thing. All right, so we have 5-minute fair value gap as well as retest of the S&D area after it left. It never came back. And so there it is. $15 fair value gap. Let me check on that. 15 is one of the time frames I don't look at that often. Uh, yeah, Queen, I'm still deciding whether I'll take another entry today. Yeah, let's see if this OTE fails. And so far, the candle bodies are still inside of that 5-minute fair value gap here, and also the 15-minute as well. Yeah, I got it. Oh, let's see. So especially when they are clean breakers. Yep. So we'll see what happens. A little disappointed it didn't take the high. I really wanted to see that happen. But we do have a macro coming in another 15 minutes, so maybe that's what's going to occur then. We're almost like 50%. Let's measure this. Our price leg. Yep. Now let me take off the new day opening gap and see if that makes our screen look just a little bit better. This fair value gap is so large, it's really hard to see the screen. Okay, you said a 1 hour fair value gap. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Yes, right. So it created this, which was lower than this, right? Tapped into the fair value gap, ran up, swept this high, and then dropped, which is it's fine. But I wanted to see a body. If I got a body above that, then I could have shifted this protected low. Would have shifted to here at 552, which then would have saw this as a break of structure. However, I see what you're saying. Even though there's not a market structure shift, we did get this. This is true. And now we got into we tapped the very lower extremity of the OTE. So let's see what price wants to do. And this is still early in the 5 minute candle. Still another 3.5 minutes left. All right, Khaled, good job. 200 EMAs on the 1 minute. Okay. Shorted at 574. Okay. Oh, close break even. I'm not sure, Triple C. All I know is the people that I learned from and talked about market structure shifts and strong highs and lows, or I'm sorry, protected highs and lows. Change of character. If it's the same as a market structure shift, then no, that's not a market structure shift. If change of character is something different, then I'm not familiar with that term. 35 minutes straight. Wow. NQ is still going up, so expected at least a retracement. We got that. Let's take that high. Okay. Good job, colleague. Change of character, same in market structure shift. Yeah, so I'm not seeing this as a market structure shift because the market structure shift happens when a protected low is taken. So from the way I'm looking at price structure, the protected low is down here. If you look at price structure and say this was the protected low, then yes, that was a market structure shift for you and your trading. Well, here on the 5 minutes so far, none of the highs have been taken. So if you do enter on a particular candle, if your stop loss is above the previous candle's high, so far that has been protected on this move down. Mm-hmm. Well, TJ, I think you're gonna have to homeschool her. Tell her she can't see her friends anymore except for weekends. Oh, she is homeschooled. Okay. All right. Well, tell her she's not off duty until to at least 3:30, but maybe 4 o'clock. Yeah, you can wait for a while. Maybe when she's like 15 or 16, you can start introducing her to like really the technicals in trading and just getting her used to the price movements and all that. And by the time she's 18, 19, she'll definitely be making her own money. Yeah, I did hear something about that. I think last week she said that she had moved up to the live account, and then I was talking to my brother, and he watched her video or something. Said that she had one massive day where she made, I don't know, 30,000 or something crazy. Yep, I heard that too. That ICT shows up sometimes and leaves comments for everyone to use throughout their trading day. Mm, yeah, I know she has a live account, but I'm not sure if she's going to be trading on Topstep live or not. She might be. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna get there. It's is not a happy for everyone else who's doing their thing, but I'm not in competition with them. Yeah, no, they can make money off her trades now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she was on Topstep Live for a bit, and then I think she and Patrick Wyland both decided to, because I think they had an exclusive, some sort of deal with Topstep, and they decided to go and open that up and become, I guess, an affiliate with multiple different prop firms. All right, so we're in a macro now. Let's shift down. We've been in here for a couple minutes now. Price has still been trading inside of the OTE for, looks like, the better part of 20 minutes. Let's get some of this stuff off the screen here. So we got a bearish breaker on the 5 minute. We got price being pushed down because of it. We got a close below, just barely tap back in, and off it went. And that was one. That I missed. I missed that one until it was too late. Yep. Seal. Mm. Queen, you and staying disciplined. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, 1 minute CISD here. Man, we haven't heard from Ray today. He must be busy in meetings. Yep, you're right. It does. It does allow you to have those tight stop losses. Well, you know what I'm trying to figure out, and I need to do some more back testing, but I'm trying to figure out if this kind of situation here is a good one to do when price dips out of the breaker, but it doesn't confirm it yet and trades back in. If this could be like you could take an entry if it hits the fair value gap, or if it hits I don't know, some other level or consequent encroachment, and then trades out. The only thing is, since it didn't confirm, you don't know if it's going to trade back and go against you and stop you out. So I need to practice that a lot, or and look for those situations just to see what happens when it puts a wick out but doesn't confirm it. $4.91. Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Let's get back into the 5 minute, and we'll be able to see that. Sorry, I'm in the wrong space here. Uh, this area. Almost to equilibrium or consequent approachment, almost there. Mm. Mm. I wonder if this was the S&D zone here. Then give you a tap, 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 tap. Give you 4 right at the edge there. Is it going to clear this during the macro time? Let's go and get back to the 1 minute and watch it from there. right, we're now back into the bearish breaker. Yep. Darren, do you know where maybe you put your where the incorrect stop position is, and you know how to fix it going forward? It shouldn't. From what I understand, TikTok is a Chinese company. If anything, they might think that it'll boost maybe some of the other social media platforms, which could impact Nasdaq, possibly. I guess. 94 was too close. Okay. Oh, geez. Yeah, it just barely got you. Yeah, that's probably because you say which one got you, the red candidate, and it reversed. Yeah, so I guess they know that that's where people are more likely to put their stops right at whatever the most recent swing low is. So it probably just made its way down here and snatched everybody who had a stop within 493 to 495. Yep. Yeah, if you truly believe you're on side, then yes, you need to open up your stop just a little bit and make sure that you don't get taken out. All right, it's stuck at the fair value gap now. Let's see if it gets above that area. Mm, Still got a couple more minutes in the macro, so we'll see if we actually clear these highs. Cool. Mm-hmm. Great. No candle bodies outside of the range. And this is a 5 minute fair value gap, and we're looking at the 1 minute time frame now. Found a 15 second breaker right inside of that fair value gap. So I'm not sure if that's going to hold because it's a 15 second. But grabbing something less than lower than the 1 minute would give you a bearish breaker setup to show you that this is actually selling. All right, come back to retest the fair value gap again. Final minute of the macro here. Okay, look at that. Maybe it does want to break this price structure. All right, the macro's over now. Let's see where we are. See where we are. Sorry, I was viewing a few other things. Okay, so we're still inside of this breaker. Jeez. Yep. Good job, JR. Way to know when it was time to walk away. Mm-hmm. You're a risk taker. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be a risk taker to become a trader and be good at it. But you definitely want to tame that risk. You want to be able to reel it in and have control over it and not let it control you. All right, we're going to take the high. There we go. Or maybe not. All right, finally got it. Got another 2 minutes. Let's see this thing close and see if it closes above. Wait a minute. What did I just miss? All right, so we did close well above that. Let me go ahead and readjust so we know where our. All right, so we're going to grab this. Going to put this at our low, which is the low in between our new high and our old high, which was over here. And now we need to take our. Actually, we don't need this anymore. In fact, let me put this protected low at the lowest candle body. We'll go there. And that was 50 points. That was pretty big. That was a good breaker there. But it only worked once. Second time around, it was invalidated. And now we're getting towards the upper edge of this fair value gap above us. It's an hourly one, so it won't disappear until 4 o'clock, but we can still look at what we have for the remainder of the hour. See if we're going to break above that and where the next targets may be. Mean threshold 638. Okay. Yeah, somewhere between there and 650, I think. So like 640 and 650. Right here. All right, HC. Catch you later. Rob, you say what's the best way to track the dollar? Well, just pull up the chart. DXY. So you see here on to the far left. Sorry. Yeah, this is the symbol DXY, and just follow the chart. I set up this chart so I can then quickly look and say, okay, the dollar's doing this, and let me make sure all three indices are doing the same thing. They're having pullbacks at the same level. They're moving in the same direction. They're all three inside a bearish fair value gap. So I would expect them, if they were to break them together. So I use it for that reason, and this is how I track it. Just use DXY as the dollar chart. Yeah, sometimes you hear people mention Dixie, and that's it. No, TJ, I don't keep up with sports enough now to know or to be good at it. I used to know pretty much everything that was happening, who the players were. Now I don't even know half the team. Hmm. Let's measure this up and see where we are. All right, so retracement to 50% is at the lower extremity of this breaker. Fair value gap here, which overlaps, but also the lower one overlaps as well. This is here just in case there's a retracement down. We'll have our OTE. There we go. All right. We are running out of time though. It's 3:30, so price needs to get moving if it's going to. It has about a half hour. A little bit longer than that, but for the most part, about a half hour to get to wherever the end of day target is going to be. Just looking at the daily candle, and we're at the upper edge of that. We're just waiting to see if it wants to push out of this bearish fair value gap that we've been in since lunch. Yeah. TJ, I get it. I appreciate your offer for that. But yeah, I'm the type of person where I want to know how to play too. I don't want to just rely on someone else to help me, which is why I get frustrated here sometimes when when people don't share that same enthusiasm for being self-sufficient. I don't know. I love being self-sufficient. But I appreciate you. All right. Queen, is this also on your chart as a breaker, 5 minute breaker here? Yeah, you're right. It's tough to follow. And now that I think about it, nearly every Aries I know is like that. Way young, done for the day. All right. Well, hopefully things were good for you. Hopefully you were positive by the end of the day. If not, we'll regroup and come back and do it again tomorrow. This cluster here, Queen. So like 2 o'clock until 2:15 on the 5 minute. where we had this a small retracement, and then we had a push higher, and then a breakdown in price. So I took it from the retracement to the liquidity, so taking liquidity, and then it broke down, and then traded back above and closed above. Oh, okay, yeah. That's crazy because all the Aries I know are born in April. Need a cash out. Yep. Oh, you're currently short. Okay. All right. Well, don't worry about it then. I was talking about a bullish breaker. So it's the, what's this? Definitely. Berto, definitely small green is better than red. Too close to Pisces. I hear you. Absolutely. But yeah, everyone I know is born in early April, and our Aries are very headstrong. And we get along great. It's just, you just got to be careful when offering advice because Aries doesn't always look for it. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I was just looking more so for a continuation, but I see what you're saying, Queen. You're right. There wasn't any liquidity taken when it traded down. I mean, it did fill in this area here, but it didn't necessarily take any liquidity. Filled in these fair value gaps, and then took off back to the upside and confirmed it here at 315. Let me take this off. Oh, I see. Okay. I've done that before, but I just followed DTFX, and even though I'm not really good at that strategy, I was able to hit three in a row once. Mm-hmm. Either that, or you go in with a limit order, but your limit order needs to be set before you get in, and it's like 10-point stop, 10-point profit, or something close to that, and get your money and get out. Oh, a Dave Trades, Vivian, or Dave Teaches, I believe is his YouTube name. Right, everyone, we got another 30 minutes left in our session today. If you are enjoying the stream and you have not hit the like button yet, if you can do so for me, that'd be excellent. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, but you're enjoying the stream and you know you're gonna join again, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you have the notifications on so you get reminded whenever we go live and you're not around, or you forgot that we were going live. It'll send you a reminder. Yeah, Vivian, have you ever seen the strategy that Dave Teaches uses? It's got a little while left. I believe I got all the way to the 1 point, a couple ticks away from getting out of this fair value gap. It does not want to get out. Got more than half of it back. Okay. Oh, it's about to drop now. Okay. Well, our protected low is now at 17,494. Okay, here's the OTE. We'll see if that holds. It's right now inside of a fair value gap here on the 5 minutes. I'll redraw that. Just our chart was a bit busy earlier. Oh, you're done now. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Some people really like it, and it's easy for you to see. It's the only thing I can say is that you're able to see a short, and you just when you look at the chart, it just makes sense. We use a 3 minute. That's true. Man, I'm starting to feel hungry today. Usually I'm fine till after the session's over. Tell you, it's never enough for some people. Well, CHO, only thing I can say is take what's said and typed as the lessons that you should be practicing. And the real learning comes when you're practicing, not when you're here. I listened to everything ICT produced for over 2 years. I watched all his live execution. I watched all his replays, all of that. The real learning comes when you start applying it, when you start recognizing the patterns yourself, when you start learning how to get in and out of trades, when you start learning how to recover from a poor position, all those things. It's repetition, and it's the time you put in outside of these sessions. These sessions is an opportunity for you to fill your bank up um, with all the things that you need to practice later. but that practice has to happen, and that's when the learning really happens. So yes, I could put somebody else on the screen and they can talk you through their trades. But the real learning is coming from when you're at home alone and none of us are there. When you have those aha moments, because every time someone explains something to you, you always can see it. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I see it. I see it. But go and practice it. Then you learn it. Right? Between myself and the other subscribers in the room, we're given a lot, given a whole lot, and not asking for any in return. But apparently that's not enough. Hey, let's get down to the 1 minute. We got our final macro here, 350 to 410. So we have about just over 15 minutes to trade today. So if anyone's currently in a position or looking to get in a position, just understand your time limitations there. Obviously, if you're just paper trading on TradingView, you have as much time as you need. And you're right, there are some equal lows here. Who mentioned that? Miss Goody, you're right. We have these equal lows, and then we have these, which are down here at the protected low. Right. Oh, another thing, yes, because of what happened yesterday, be careful. We are in that time frame where anything can happen. Remember, there are some companies announcing their quarterly results today. And so that could have some impact on the market right as we get around 4 o'clock. And we're now at 354. So we're getting close. Oh, man, I see you're already talking about it. Appreciate that. So you guys are on the ball. You're on top of things here. No, we didn't. I wonder if we can just snatch this right here and just say we're going to use this. And you get a high and a low and then a higher high, and then drop down, get your lower low, trade back in, see what happens. Yep. So this is a 5-minute fair value gap we're in right here, just so everyone knows. The price does want that. Let me go ahead and mark that up. Oh, okay. I remember, Queen. You did say like 636, 639. That's right. I did have 640 here. 640 to 650 is a range. All right, so it's about 90 points. Let's see if price starts running up there. Yeah, you could have taken a long from 61.8, which is right here at 17,540. It's just a different trading strategy. So some people trade OTE. That's what they do. They trade the 61.8 to 78%. So this is saying whether you're doing that or you're trading a fair value gap, it's in the same location. You're just going to either take an entry at 541 or at 531. It's just going to be at different locations. And we see now we have takeoff. And right at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock in 30 seconds or so. Yeah, Darren, actually the one minute usually works really well during 3 to 4 o'clock. That I've noticed the 1 minute works really well. All right, everyone, 8 minutes left to trade. Microsoft up 50%. All right. Yeah, grabbed it. And that's what it does. It knows which levels you're waiting for all day, and it waits until the 11th hour to deliver it. Yep, yeah, Darren. Sometimes you will get it where it works all day, but definitely, even if it's not working during the day, 3 to 4 o'clock seems to be a good time. Oh, the candle body, exit on the candle body before. All right, Richard. Boom, 685 right there. Okay, it's out of the screen. Let's bring it back. $170 delivered already. All right, we're getting close to 200. Anyone who got in on this fair value gap at 54, now you're closing in on 200 points. There it is. 200 points delivered. $4,000 per mini. Yeah, we have the New York high at 17,995. Obviously, this is probably the New York high from yesterday. All right, let's start pulling these things off the board here. Today's earnings day, Darren. Yeah, Microsoft and Google announce. So they usually announce at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or something after the trading session's over. But for whatever reason, there is a reaction at 4 o'clock to, I guess, either early anticipate or kind of bake in the prices just in case. I don't know. But for whatever reason, it gets really volatile at 4 o'clock or 4:02 or some random minute increment after 4 o'clock. Yesterday it was at 4:03. Today it was at 4 o'clock exactly. So this one candle right here is 4 o'clock. Came down, tapped into the fair value gap, and then delivered the New York high from yesterday. All right, 250 points now in 6 minutes. Your in, trail your stop behind the previous candle's low. None of the lows have been taken on its way up. You get a low taken, then maybe that's the end of the rally. I wouldn't let you take it. Ah, that's terrible. All right, so far, lows still protected. Still hasn't taken a low. So now you should be in with a tight stop if you're still in. Oh, and anybody doing an evaluation account, you could completely destroy yourself by making too much money. If they have the, like Topstep has the 50% rule, you can't have more than the total amount in one day, more than half. Oh yeah, I do remember yesterday when you had a stop loss and it overran that. And that's the risk you take if you're on the other side of the equation. Even a stop loss won't protect you. All right, final minute of trading for anyone in a prop firm. You're gonna want to, and we just also had a low taken, so you should be closing your position anyway. 30 seconds left. Everybody clap your hands. Reverse. All right. So that does it. All the excitement at the end. How long did we watch price not do a lot? Pretty much all afternoon. It kind of stayed in a, well, it was a 100-point range. So it still gave some moves, right? So there was still some trading to be done this afternoon. Wasn't as nice as I liked it from this morning, but look at how we finished. And this was that target that we didn't even know we were going to get to. Like, I don't know, that's pretty far away. We're probably not going to get there. 640, and it ran up to 790. Well, no, not even that, 8 something. Almost 820 from 550. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. 270 points delivered in 8 minutes. Take that back. 6 minutes. All of it delivered in 6 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Because the protected low is still down here at 17,494, and it's still not traded to. No bundles, no problem. All right, Max. Oh, you're rich. Good job, then. Good for you. Yeah, if you look at the 4 hour, the last two 4 hour candles are about the same size. So from 10 until 2, we got about the same amount of move. So from today, price went from just above 300, about 320 to 820. So price moved 500 points today. That was the range. All right, that'll do it for the day. Unless there's any further questions or comments, I don't think there are. But if there are some, you got 2 minutes. Anyone who's done for the day, thanks for joining. We're glad that you were part of the stream today, and we're back at it tomorrow morning at 9:15. On your way out, hit the like if you hadn't, subscribe if you're new and you just haven't done that yet. And then, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:15. All right, WC. All right, Triple C. See you in the morning. No problem, Queen. Glad you're here again. There you go. Get at least an hour back testing in. It does wonders for your trading. And you see things you normally don't see when everything's slowed down and no one's interrupting you, and you don't have to worry about putting a trade on. You're just looking at price structure and how it prints. You will make the most gains in your trading during that time. So hopefully that sinks in. All right, Peter. Catch you next time. All right, everyone. That'll do it for this afternoon. Cheers. See you at 9:15 in the morning.